After watching these theories, you'll never look at Peppa's snort the same way again. And honestly, you probably shouldn't. Oh, and stay tuned for your golden nugget of wisdom toward the end of this video. Number 1. Peppa's evil twin died in hiding. There's an official Peppa Pig image that shows the family outside their house, smiling, playing, everything normal. But look closer at the window. There's a small piglet watching them. She's not George. She's not anyone we know. And she's never appeared in the show again. Some fans believe she was Peppa's twin sister. The creepy part? She vanished before the series even started. Maybe the family pretends she never existed. Maybe something awful happened. Her score even shows up in Peppa's video game. Like she's still out there. Alive? Ghost? Either way, someone's watching from the shadows, and it's not just us. Number 2. Evie Pig was born to wear the crown. Peppa's baby sister, Evie Pig, might be more than just the newest family member. She could actually be the next queen. Her birth was announced by a royal messenger and even ended with "Long live Evie," which sounds more like a coronation than a birth. Strangely enough, she was born in the same hospital where real-life British royals are delivered. And let's not forget, the current queen in Peppa's world lives alone, with no heirs. Coincidence? Maybe. But if that tiny piglet suddenly starts wearing a crown, just remember, we saw it coming a mile away. Number 3. Madame Gazelle is an ancient vampire. Something isn't right about Madame Gazelle, and fans have started connecting the dots. In one Halloween episode, she looks into a mirror but has no reflection, which even the narrator points out. That's not just a cartoon mistake. Her age is also suspicious. She taught Peppa's parents when they were kids, and she still looks exactly the same. Her house has an old portrait of her husband, who appears again in a museum painting wearing a war uniform from centuries ago. Madame Gazelle isn't just old. She's immortal, mysterious, and probably drinks tomato juice with fangs. Number 4. Miss Rabbit is a spy. Watching the pigs. Miss Rabbit has way too many jobs, but somehow she always shows up wherever Peppa's family goes. She's a pilot, a shop worker, a nurse, and even works at the TV station. But if you pay attention, she only seems busy when the pig family's involved. That's not random. Some fans think she's actually a spy, secretly tracking their every move. There's even an episode with a live camera following Peppa on TV, which Susie Sheep watches like it's completely normal. Maybe Miss Rabbit isn't overworked. Maybe she's on a royal mission to watch the future queen. And now, your golden nugget of wisdom from Peppa Pig. Sometimes it feels like people are always watching, just like Miss Rabbit. But instead of spying, what if we all just paid more attention to each other in a kind way? That's the real golden rule. Treat others how you'd want to be treated. Whether it's a friend, a classmate, or your very own piglet sister, kindness always leaves a mark. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment and tell us one small thing someone did for you that made your day better. We're collecting good vibes. All right, let's jump back in, because the next theory is even stranger than the last. Number 5. Humans are enslaved by the animals. In Peppa Pig, humans exist, but barely. They only show up in strange places, like museum exhibits or background roles where they act more like props than people. In one episode, a full family of humans appears dressed as Stone Age cave people. But why would animals hire humans for this job if they're so rare? Some fans believe it's because the humans are not acting. They've been forced into these roles after losing control of the planet in some kind of animal uprising. It's dark, but in Peppa's world, humans might just be zoo animals with costumes. Number 6. Santa trapped Peppa's world in a time loop. Peppa's family has celebrated Christmas many times, but no one ever seems to age. The kids stay the same, the parents never change, and somehow it's always the first Christmas. This strange cycle doesn't make sense, unless someone is resetting time. That someone might be Santa. He appears more than once in the show and somehow manages to visit every house in a single night. If he can do that, he might also control time itself. Maybe he keeps the world stuck on repeat so he can keep delivering gifts forever. It's festive, but also disturbing. Number 7. Peppa's world is a post-apocalyptic future. Peppa's world may look bright and silly, but something about it feels off. Each family is a different animal species, and most of them are strangely smart, strong, or talented. Humans barely exist, and animals have taken over completely. Some fans believe this isn't just a cartoon world. It's Earth after a disaster. Long ago, humans may have vanished or been wiped out, forcing the survivors to evolve. Over time, they became animal-human hybrids with special abilities to survive a ruined planet. If that's true, Peppa's world isn't peaceful. It's what's left after everything else was destroyed. 8. Daddy Pig has super strength and a past. Daddy Pig is usually the joke of the family, but his strength says otherwise. He once jumped into a muddy puddle so hard, he flew high enough to almost touch the sun. In other scenes, he smashes walls just by trying to hang a picture. That's not normal clumsiness. It's hidden power. Some fans think Daddy Pig used to be a real superhero, just like Super Potato. Maybe he gave it up to raise a family and live a quiet life. His goofy behavior might just be an act to hide the fact that he could lift a house. Number 9. Daddy Pig has split personalities. Daddy Pig works as an engineer, which means he's smart enough to design buildings and solve complex problems. But when he's at home, he turns into someone completely different. He forgets simple things, gets stuck in tight spaces, and makes silly mistakes that no real engineer would ever make. This strange difference has led fans to believe he might have split personalities. One side is serious and successful, while the other is clumsy and confused. If true, it could explain why his behavior changes depending on where he is. Daddy Pig might not even know it himself. Number 10. The Tooth Fairy is future Peppa. When Peppa loses her tooth, a fairy shows up to collect it. But something about the fairy looks familiar. She has the same face shape, same smile, and even the same eyes as Peppa. Earlier in the episode, Peppa even says she wants to be a tooth fairy when she grows up. This has led fans to believe that the fairy might actually be future Peppa, somehow visiting her younger self through time travel. Maybe she figured out how to grant her own childhood wish. If that's true, Peppa didn't just grow up. She became magical. Number 11. Mr. Bull is a scammer. Mr. Bull is always working, but nothing ever stays fixed. He repairs the school roof again and again, yet it still leaks every time it rains. He also digs up roads and plumbing systems that don't seem to have anything wrong with them. Some fans think this isn't just bad luck or laziness. It's a scam. Mr. Bull might be breaking things on purpose just to get hired to fix them later. If that's true, he's not just a builder. He's running a full-blown scheme and turning the town's problems into his personal paycheck. That's muddy business. Number 12. Susie Sheep is a clone. Susie Sheep has always been a little strange, but one detail has fans raising eyebrows. Her pajamas have an anchor symbol, the exact same one on Grandpa Rabbit's hat. That might not seem like much until you realize Grandpa Rabbit has a mysterious background and a habit of building strange machines. Some believe he cloned Susie, possibly using wool-related technology for some secret project. There are no male sheep in Susie's family, and no clear explanation of where she came from. If Grandpa Rabbit really made her in a lab, then Susie might be the fluffiest science experiment ever. Number 13. Peppa's aunt was Daddy Pig's ex. In one flashback, Daddy Pig is shown as a young student with a girl who looks just like Auntie Pig. But when asked, Mummy Pig claims she's the one in the scene, even though it clearly isn't her. This has sparked a theory that Daddy Pig and Auntie Pig used to date, long before he married her sister. If that's true, it would explain why Auntie Pig moved far away and stayed out of the picture for so long. Their family gatherings must be incredibly awkward, and Peppa has no idea her aunt might be her dad's ex. Number 14. Grandpa Rabbit was a secret government engineer. Grandpa Rabbit claims to be a simple sailor, but nothing about him is simple. He builds submarines, rockets, and machines that seem way too advanced for someone who just sails boats. He also knows a lot about science and technology, often more than anyone else in the show. Some fans believe he once worked for the government, building secret tech for the Queen herself. That would explain why he can invent things in seconds and always seems to know what's going on. If this theory is true, Grandpa Rabbit isn't retired. He's just undercover in plain sight. Number 15. The narrator is a higher being. The narrator in Peppa Pig does more than just tell the story. He reacts to the characters, comments on their choices, and sometimes even seems confused, just like a real person watching the events unfold. He speaks directly to the audience, but also seems to exist inside Peppa's world. Some fans believe he's not just a voice, but a higher being with the power to observe and influence everything. He doesn't control the story completely, but he never disappears either. If that's true, then Peppa's world might be a playground, and the narrator is the one watching it all unfold. And that's a wrap on the weirdest Peppa Pig theories we could find. Unless the show is hiding even more. Was Peppa's world always this dark? Or have we just started paying attention? Drop your wildest theory in the comments and don't forget to like if your childhood feels slightly ruined.